RadioOnFire.com, yours truly, Diamond K. I am in here, and I have guests, as you can see. Well, we have one guest.
Okay.
We have one guest. Minister Bridgette Crawford is in the studios here.
I'm
also,
no longer a guest.
huh?
I'm not a guest anymore.
No, you're not a guest. After 2 times, you're not a guest. But we also have a very talented author in the building. Right? Germaine Jacqueline Edwards joining us. So we're going to talk to the ladies about what they have going on. Minister Crawford, let's start with you.
So Germaine Jacqueline Edwards is a very talented poetry writer. And for the month of November, I am going to be giving away a copy of her poetry book, Deeply Rooted, every Friday for the first person that gives me the scripture and chapter of the Midnight Breakthrough radio program.
Right.
So the reason I chose that is because this poetry is not roses are red, violets are blue. It's very down to earth, sister girl, brothers and sisters, my strong black brother, we love you type of stuff. And so I want to us to work together and kind of get the word out there, just like everybody's, each one's teach one.
Each one teach one. I'm sure that people would like to know more about our author and how she got started. So I didn't mean to Bigfoot you, jumping over you. But how did you get started?
Well, actually, I started writing when we lost my grandmother. My grandmother, I was probably about 12 years old, and of course, was asked by the family, why don't you get up there and say something about Grandma? Scared to death. I did manage to put some words on paper and was able to speak a few words about my grandmother Lucille at her homegoing service. So that was essentially the first poem that I had written where I actually started to, maybe I have a little talent here. So that is what started me on my way. And like I said, I was about 12 years old, so well over 30-some years ago.
Okay, Bigfoot.
You gave me the look.
Yeah, I'm like, go ahead, Bigfoot. You go ahead on. We're gonna take it. I'm gonna follow your lead.
Well, a lot of people don't understand how difficult writing is. I write. I mean, I don't write like you write, but I write a little. I do a little something. What is it that inspires you from a standpoint to write? Like, do you write daily? Do you wake up and just write?
I do. Writing is always a release. It gives you an opportunity to put your thoughts on paper. Sometimes you don't want to share those thoughts. It's a way of expressing yourself. I mean, you turn on the news and you see all that's going on in the world, whether it be a good occasion, a wedding, a funeral, a little bit of love here and there. It just gives you an opportunity to express yourself and take a look at what's going on around you and use that as your inspiration.
A broken heart.
A broken heart.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking back about some hearts that I broke and some times that my heart was broken.
Something in.
I didn't want to write though.
What did you want to do?
I wanted to.
This is a Christian show.
Find another girl quickly.
Thank you. We thank you for your honesty.
Well, that's the truth.
Absolutely.
So on the Midnight Breakthrough, you're going to have a contest. Why don't you talk about this contest? I'm excited to hear about it.
So what I'd like to do is on Friday night, starting this coming Friday, which is November the 7th, normally when we start the program, I will give a sermon title or topic with the chapter and the verse. And so the first person that goes to my Minister Crawford, minbcrawford.com website, go to the contact page and gives me the chapter and the verse and the topic, will win a free copy of Deeply Rooted by Sister Germaine Edwards.
So make sure they understand this. So you need to listen to the program.
Yes.
Have pen or paper or your cell phone or whatever it is, and jot down the scripture. Now,
Correct.
For people like me who need a little extra help, that means everything she says, the chapter, the verse, right? Mm-hmm. Write that down and email that to Minister Crawford.
Correct. So last night I did the the topic was Get Out of the Boat. It was Matthew 24:13 through 30. And that's what you do. You'll go to the MINB Crawford website contact page, and you'll say Get Out of the Boat, Matthew 24, verses 13 through 27. And that will come to me immediately, and I will say congratulations to Diamond K of Radio on Fire. You are the first winner of the Deeply Rooted Poetry book. Congratulations.
Is this going to be the hardback? This is going to be the hardback or the paperback?
Probably the paperback.
Okay.
Because we're giving them away.
All right. So let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the book. What is the book? The contents of the book?
Deeply Rooted, it basically, is a collection of poetry. As Minister Crawford indicated, it's not your average roses are red, violets are blue. It pays tribute to our ancestors, to breast cancer survivors. It speaks to the struggles that we face with addiction. It's got a little bit of love in there. There's something for both my brothers and my sisters. And it reminds us that God has his hand in everything. So all things are possible no matter what you're going through or where you've been.
All right, very good.
Can I read a couple of titles?
Please do.
Okay, perfect. So it is actually 6 chapters, and I just checked off a couple of them. A lot of times we ask Germaine to write for different occasions. So if it were your birthday party, I would say, can you write something for Dwayne? I'll give her maybe your age, your favorite cake, your favorite song, the fact that you DJ, you do podcast, and then she'll come up together with this really nice poem about you, and it does an excellent job. So here's a couple of untraditional names for poetry. So we have Lemon Chocolate Cake, which is about...
that was written for my niece as she was starting her first semester at college. It was a source of encouragement. It's taken from a chapter in the book called Be Encouraged, My Brothers and Sisters.
$1 Million Brother.
Absolutely. It's about my brothers out there. Society tries to portray them as being worthless, not about anything, but I just wrote that with them in mind, letting them know that despite what society says, to us sisters, you are our $1 million brother.
All right now. Love felon, therefore guilty as charged.
I think we spoke of broken hearts a few minutes ago, so definitely that was doing some times, teenage years. Got my heart broke quite a few times, so that was one that came to mind.
Motorcycle love.
That's my love now, and he is a motorcycle man.
That's right, that's true. Okay. And Simply Me.
Simply Me is I had written that just for some of the young ladies out there that are struggling with identity, trying to be everything other than who you are. I wrote that with the thought that just be who you are. God creates no junk, so regardless of where you come from, just believe in yourself and know that, you are somebody. You don't need anyone to define who you are. And that was one that I say, love me because I'm just simply me.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think we do need to appreciate who we are, and it's encouraging. That's one thing I always say, I'm simply me.
That's it.
A little quirky.
Perfect just by God's design.
You know what I mean? Little ghetto.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Hey. It's our roots. That's where we come from.
Got some professionalism. Right?
So you say like Bougetto?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call it what you want to.
Do you remember I did the Christmas?
I do.
Rap?
I do.
Bridget
You did.
B.
I heard you do Salt and Pepper.
My name's Bridget B. I got the mic in my hand. I'm chilling like a villain, just like a snowman.
All right now.
I've heard that before somewhere.
Is it Run DMC?
Yeah.
I'm simply me.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. But let's not leave the Friday job.
Okay. I take that to mean that you can't appreciate.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay, cool. Germaine, what's your favorite? What's your favorite poem?
I think, like I said, it has to be the Grandma Lucille. That's one of them, but I must pay tribute to that because that was the first time that I actually put pen to paper and was able to put some rhymes together, if you will. And I did get up at 12 years old and recite that at my grandmother's homegoing service.
Okay.
So it seems like you do quite a bit of speaking.
Not by choice,
Right.
but If called upon, I will. My church has been so gracious to allow me to get up and speak at several occasions. So as Minister Crawford indicated, I can, put something together for whatever the occasion may be. But I do just write on a daily basis. Doesn't have to be an occasion, but just to put some thoughts on paper.
Absolutely. How, if someone is seeing this broadcast after the contest is over and they want to get a copy of Deeply Rooted, how can they do that?
Deeply Rooted is available at your local retailers. It is out there on barnesandnoble.com as well as Books A Million. It is also available through my publisher, which is authorhouse.com, and it's also available on amazon.com. You can also hit me up on Facebook, and I will make that happen for you.
Okay. Well, and what's the Facebook? We'll put it on the screen. How about that?
Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, so before we get out of here, Germaine, I mean, if you had to just pull one paragraph, that's one thing that I think is great about you is that not only can you write, but you can deliver your own material. And, you have writers that write for other people, or you have, your screenwriters, or, they don't they can't perform their own material, but you can. You get up with, you have great voice, and you.
Thank you.
So why don't you take us out with a nice paragraph after I remind the people one more time. If you'd like to get a copy of Deeply Rooted, you can go to minbccrawford.com. I will have contact information on my page for Germaine, and starting Friday, November the 7th at midnight on Heaven 600. And heaven600.com, you can go to Midnight Breakthrough, listen to the topic for the night, the chapter, and the verse. Shoot me an email using that website, and I will send you a personally autographed copy of Deeply Rooted by Germaine. It's a collection of poetry which tells stories from within of strength, courage, love, faith, and of course we got to have a little bit of deceit to make it interesting.
You looked at me when you said that.
Oh, I didn't. You got anything to say before she takes us home with one paragraph that'll,
No, I'm just glad that it's not male bashing, because so much I hear poetry that is bashing us, and I'm just glad that if there some in there, we didn't mention it.
There's none in there. And she
No.
actually,
That's very good, very good.
There may
Wonderful.
be something in there, the woman may pick this poetry book up and read something and say, maybe I'll give him another chance.
Absolutely.
How about that?
There's plenty in there for the brothers. Brother Man comes to mind. Black Gold is in there. $1 Million Brother. I speak highly of the brothers.
Black
we
Gold.
love you. Absolutely. You heard everybody watch Granny and Black Gold, Texas Tea.
Okay.
Dwayne always acts like he can't relate,
I can relate. What do you mean?
Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, I think you always try to act like we're so old.
No.
Stuff, especially me. He does that to me all the time.
No.
Huh?
It's not that. I'm trying to embrace my what is the word? My spiritual side. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, as always, thank you for allowing us into radio.com and introducing us to your audience.
Okay.
Thanks for coming, Germaine.
Thank you for having me. And this poem is entitled A New Day. So what if things in your life are not as they may seem, some trials and tribulations always unforeseen? And what if the bills are steadily flowing in, but your funds remain low? Perhaps no place to call home, homeless, nowhere to go. And what if you've given up on life and the evening news a familiar scene? Feel as though the odds are against you, now afraid to dream. Well, hold on and give thanks, for one of our most important blessings is the gift of a new day.
See what I mean?
Yeah, that was good. See, and I was wondering whether it was going to sound like she talks, and it sounds like she talks. So her writing is just like
clarity and power.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Thank you.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Okay.
Thank you.
But once again, so if if you're catching this on a rebroadcast after the contest is over, you can go to authorhouse.com to get the book, right?
Absolutely.
And we start November 7th, Friday, midnight, Heaven 600 and heaven600.com, Midnight Breakthrough.
And for more details, go to minbcrawford.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Diamond K.
Thank you.
Really nice sunglasses, by the way.
Yes.
Yes.
I have like 5 pair exactly like this.
Okay.
Thank you.